So in today's video, I want to share with you how to plant petunia seeds in containers. Hi guys, my name is Stacy. Welcome back to my channel. I like to share my everyday life projects with you. So if you like planting and gardening, crafting, and DIY videos, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out when I put out a future video. So in the past, I've started petunia seeds a couple of different ways. The first way is just indoors underneath grow lights. I was able to plant them several weeks before my last frost date. And then after my last frost date, I was able to have little seedlings that were already blooming. They have flowers on them looking really beautiful that I could transplant outdoors and plant in my hanging baskets or flower pots or whatever I wanted. Now, I've also did a second way, which is just planting the seeds outdoors after my last frost date in containers. And both ways, you know, were really fun. Both ways did well. The only thing is that when you plant them just directly outdoors in your pots after your last frost date, you're starting them a lot later. So therefore, it is taking a little bit longer to see those flowers. And so you may be looking at, you know, empty pots for a little bit until those petunia seedlings start to take off and grow and fill in that container. You know, so really you can start them both ways. It's really just whatever you want to do. And guys, I do have videos for starting those petunia seeds indoors and also the hardening off process of, you know, getting them used to the outdoor conditions so they can stay out there 24/7, and also me planting up annual flower seeds in containers. I did a video on planting up petunias as well as zinnias and marigolds in pots. I also give updates on all of this so you can kind of see a before and after, which is really exciting. And so if you'd like to see those videos, I'll put links down in the video description below so you can check them out. So I have a couple of packs of petunia seeds. I ordered these from Botanical Interests online, and so I do have a link to their website in the video description below if you'd like to check those out. So this one is called Garden Party Blend, and really excited about these. They produce 3-inch blooms, so really big and beautiful. They kind of have the ruffled petals, and so petunias are an annual. They like full sun, and they will bloom all throughout the season until you get a frost. Unless you live in a zone 10 or warmer, then they are considered a perennial. Now these will grow 10 to 15 inches tall. Now these, the Petite Charmer Blend, are a little bit smaller. They will grow 8 to 14 inches tall. But all petunias just have such beautiful colors. These come in different shades of pinks and purples and also white. I think here on the back it says shades of red, rose, scarlet, salmon, violet, and white. And they're good for window boxes, borders, containers. And in this case, I want to plant them in hanging baskets, but which really hanging baskets are just hanging containers. So I have a couple of hanging baskets here, and really you just treat them like you would other containers, flower pots. You just want to make sure you have a drainage hole in the bottom. Anytime you're planting outside where you're going to get rain, you want to make sure that excess water drains out the bottom. Now I'm just going to fill these up with some potting mix, and so this is just a potting mix. It's actually a Miracle-Gro potting mix that I planted in the fall, and so I'm just reusing it. You can do that. I just like to add in some granular fertilizer or some compost, something like that, to kind of freshen up that soil, and you can reuse it. And then as things grow in it throughout the season, you can add, you know, some type of, you know, liquid fertilizer or whatever you want, but it's okay to reuse your soil. It does get really expensive to try to use fresh potting mix every time you want to plant something new in containers. And so again, this is a potting mix or a container mix, and so you don't want to use you know, things like garden soil or lawn soil in your containers. It really is just heavy and dense, and your plants sometimes will not grow well in that. So in these two hanging baskets, I want to plant the Petite Charmer Blend. And so I want to do each one differently, and I'll explain that in just a minute. And so you can see how small petunia seeds are. Extremely small, difficult to work with. Sometimes it's hard to know how many you're planting, where you're planting them. So what I like to do is place the amount of seeds I want to sow in my hand, and then do the best I can to just kind of sprinkle them on the soil surface as evenly as I can. And then, you know, most packets say to just press the seeds into the surface with your hand. That light aids in germination, and that you don't want to cover them with soil. But in the past, I've always covered my petunia seeds with soil, and they have germinated and have grown just fine. And so I kind of want to do an experiment. In the first container, just plant them and press them into the surface, and then in this second hanging basket, I want to actually cover the seeds with the potting mix. I'll water them both in, and I'm really excited to see if it really makes a difference. And so I'm just getting both of these planted up, and then we'll water them in. And if you feel like you may have planted too many seeds, don't worry about it. You can always thin them out. I like to plant more seeds than what I think I'm going to need, because some may not germinate. And you know, in the end, I want these to be really big, thick, and full of blooms. And guys, if you're liking this video so far, give it a thumbs up. So my second pack of petunia seeds I want to plant around this sedum. I actually planted it up in a past video and share that with you guys. You can go back and check that out. So I thought it'd be fun to add a little pop of color with these Garden Party Blend. Just kind of plant it along the edges of this container, kind of fill that in. This sedum should just continue to grow upright and be big and beautiful. And it is a perennial, so I can leave it in this container to keep on growing on and on year after year if I want to. But these petunias, at the end of the season, I can go ahead and pull them out. Now you can see these seeds look a little different. They're actually a little larger because they came pelleted, which means they covered them in a product that makes them easier to handle. You can see them better. You can see they're bright yellow. So they're easier to see and handle, so you can plant them much easier. So I'm just taking these and just sprinkling them all around in this container. In this pack, I only got 25 seeds. I'm just going to go ahead and plant them all, because again, you never know, some may not germinate, and so I do want them to grow in here big, thick, and beautiful once again. And so I'm going to sprinkle them in, press them in with my hand. I'm not going to cover them with any potting mix, and then I'll water them in. And this container with the sedum and petunias now I have here at the front of my house, with my other containers with strawberries and lamb's ear and these beautiful hydrangeas and my shrubs. So I cannot wait till these grow and fill in beautifully. So guys, you can see how super easy it is to, you know, start petunias from seed, plant those seeds. So guys, I hope you get out and plant some seeds, some beautiful flower seeds this year. It's not too late, and you'll have them blooming for you all season long. So let me know if you are growing flower seeds this year, just starting them outdoors after your last frost day. I would love to hear from you. And if you'd like to see more of my planting and gardening content, you can check out these videos now, and I'll see you later. Bye.